Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle. I'm your host, Joe Frank, and today we are going to be adding it's actually called Skadis, is actually how you pronounce this, Ikea Skadis. It's an A with a circle on the top, so that's actually pronounced as an O sound. So this Skadis stuff, I've already went ahead and done one wall, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one at some point here. And you've already seen my last video of me actually installing this, but we're going to talk about all the different accessories that you can get and print yourself on your printer if you have one, and add all this stuff on here. So I'm going to get you over here. We're going to talk about all these things individually, and I've also got some time-lapse video to show you on all these different types of prints. Alright, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff here, and the first thing I'm going to show you is these little bins. Now what they would do is they would actually hook into the wall, and let me try to show you this. They would try to hook into the wall like that and sit down like that, so they're an angled bin, okay? But the problem with that is the tabs that these are made out of, they're also not solid, so they just break apart just like that. So I noticed that when I first put one on the wall. I was like, oh my god, I can't use these. These are garbage. So I printed 4 of those. Absolute garbage. They're not going to hold any weight. They're just going to break apart. So those are going right in the trash. All those tabs broke apart, and I was so disappointed in those. So I found the same thing, but then in solid form. So these are nice and solid hooks. Nice, you know, they'll fit right in there, they'll hold the weight. So I got those printed. So we're going to put those up on the wall here at some point. What I want to do is put all the tools that I use the most right here. Okay, maybe right here, like so, here and here. So, but we've got all sorts of other things here. We've got these little awesome little crates, okay, and they have 3 tabs on them a piece. And what I had to do is I actually had to cut the ends off these because the tabs were actually too long. No big deal, because now they fit perfectly. Okay, and then I've also got these other shelves, you can see right here, that are just different lengths, right? So I've got this one that's got, I figured, you know what, that's a great bin for a glue. So I put all my glue in that bin. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in these other ones. These are those styluses for phones and tablets and stuff like that. These are great for putting eyeballs on and just pushing them into place. So probably going to put those probably into one of these orange things or something like that, okay? And I've also got, let's show you, go down the list here. This is a like player holder. So my clippers, my round nose pliers, my split ring pliers, even my cutters, my shears, they will all, actually, not take it back, my shears will not fit in that, it's too big. The handles are too big on the shears. But these all just, this hangs on the wall, and then these go like that. That's it. So really awesome. That's probably going to be right here where this is. I've also got some other interesting things here. Like we have this, and I'm not sure how we're going to do this in the video yet, but this hangs on there and just holds onto your dial calipers. Simple little plastic piece with the 2 Skadis hooks on it. and you just hang it on the wall and just hang it right there. So instead of it being in a case, which I normally do, I can get rid of the case. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. So we're going to hang that up. I've got some little shelves that I did, and those came out pretty cool. Not sure what I'm going to put on those yet. They got 3 little hook hangers on them. And I went ahead and tested my wall. I can actually go over the pieces. I can overlap, like where the seams are, where the panels are. They overlap a little bit, but they fit perfectly. So there's that. I also have this, which is a brush holder, or whatever really you can use in it. Now this really can't go down like that, but it can go down like that if I need to. Very fine tip paintbrush there. Some of my other ones I use the most, like this, they will not fit in there because they're too small. They just go right through, so I can't really use that. But there are some other brushes in here that I can use to sit in there that'll fit perfectly. So depending on the orientation of the actual brushes, like that one fit in there. So I got a couple of different ones we can fit in there that I can use for other things, but there's a couple that are too small. So I got looking at that. That's pretty cool. But what I really wanted to do was I really wanted to find something a little bit more unique. So I did some digging last night and I found this. So this is a bin that sits sideways. See it? It sits like that. And what it does is it gives you different options for different tops. So this will fit right in there, nice and snug. And I think once I get it in there, it ain't coming out, right? So there's that. And I thought maybe a two-tone color was kind of cool, gray and then orange. All right, and then sometimes there's a little bit of leftover plastic here, like on the edge, just trying to trim. I got to trim off a couple things, just stupid stuff like that. So, but that came out really cool. So I can put my small brushes that I was just talking about that don't fit in that other one. They fit in the small one perfectly. So I may use this more than I'm going to use that other one, right? I've got this other one that's got a small handle, doesn't go down quite as far, or maybe I can use one of the bigger holes. There's a couple bigger holes there too. So that works out great. Okay, so and then like I've got other tools like this, like my poker that, clear out jig holes and stuff like that. I can probably put that right down there just like that. So this one is really going to be cool. I'm really excited to hang these up and try these. So I think what I'm going to do is like kind of bring you guys along for the adventure. And what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of back this up a little bit and show you me putting this stuff on there, me organizing it with what tools, and then we'll probably just take a break. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. So I printed 2 of those bins like that. This one I'm going to use like that, just as is. This one, I could either do this thing, which separates tools, which I think I'm going to do that because I can put my X-Acto knives in there. So I really, really like that one. That one's really cool. So I'm going to do that. But they also have a ring that you can print just like that to just open up the whole thing. So you got the whole thing open. So I'm probably going to do a couple more of these in the future. They just take a long time to print. I want to say this was like, I don't know, 6 hours to print just the actual bin itself, right? Because it's solid. So it takes a little while, but it's really cool. So I've got those. I've got my bins, a whole bunch of bins. I got a whole bunch of random tool holders. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you guys. Here, check this out. This, and I'm not sure how this is going to work. I think I'm going to have to put it like that. But it's a glue gun holder. So I'm not sure what you put in this one, but the glue sits in there, and then the glue gun will just sit right there just like that. And I don't really use it a lot, but sometimes I use it for odds and ends, doing things, keep things in place, whatever. So cool to have it on my little tool, my wall of tools here. So we're just going to keep going down through and doing a little bit here, a little bit there. I also got this little clip I just made this morning. And what it is actually a clip to hold a picture. But what I thought was, when I sold my first bait, I saved $1 that a guy gave me because he gave me cash. So I'm going to actually put this on here, and I'm going to clip it up, and I'm going to hang it. I'm going to put it up on the wall, up on top of the wall. That was the first $1 I made as bait and tackle. So pretty cool. There's so many different things, but I think what I'm going to do is start kind of showing you guys a bunch of these things, like even on like Instagram, showing you some pictures of different things I printed out, different bins, doing some time-lapse video, that kind of thing. And these bins are a little bit unique. They don't have the tabs on them. You print the tabs separate. They go through the back side of the bin like that, and then they hold it on the wall. So it's almost like it's forcing it to hold it on the wall. So pretty cool, but different. So let me get you guys back, and I'm going to start putting the tools on the wall, do like a little speed video, and I'll probably do a speed video of all the time lapses in the beginning of this or the end. I'm not sure, but there's some really cool video on all these different things you can do. And I figured out a really good way of doing time lapse on my printer. That is really cool, and I hope you guys really enjoy that. Well, there you have it, guys. I think this came out pretty good. I love that I can organize my tools now. I may move stuff around here and there, just depending on what I need for what project and what I'm doing. But what my idea was to just clean all this. I had all this clutter, all these tools across the bench. Now, of course, I'm going to put my pump back over here and my sprayer, my powder paint sprayer and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put that back where it was. But it's much more efficient. I got more table space to work with. Like I said, I'll get this other section put up at some point here, maybe make another video out of that. But as I keep organizing the shop, I want to kind of bring you guys along for the ride. I think you guys would really enjoy something like that, where you guys can see, even bait making. Like before this, when I first started, it was one of those shops where I did electronic stuff down here. I did a ton of electronic stuff, like making little LED lights and stuff like that. So when I started doing that, I made this basically my little electrical workbench. I had all my stuff in here. Well, now I took all my parts, put them down below underneath, because I never really use the electronic stuff that much anymore. Once in a while. So I reorganized some stuff. I got 2 nice little bin things up here to organize parts. So I'm going to reorganize those and make labels. And then over here, I want to have all my tools. And I have a ton more tools I got to get over here, but I got to see functionality wise which of these bins and stuff works the best, because that's what I'm going to continue to print. I'm definitely going to do another one of these, maybe another open bin and another one of those, because these work really well. I decided not to use the brush holder. This brush holder worked better than this did, so I'm not going to use this. Now, I'm also going to tell you that I've been looking into it. There's also organizational things to hold airbrush paints and stuff like that. Createx, some of the Army, I can't remember the name of that brand, Army something sprayer. I've got a couple of those little bottles of different colors for airbrushing. I'm probably going to end up putting some of those over here on this wall, because I don't airbrush that much, and I'd like to start getting into it, but I need to be more organized to do that. So what I'm going to do is probably start looking at maybe making some of those to organize some of that stuff. There are some other things too, like some glitters and a lot of other things that I need to do for the soft plastic side. But I think the soft plastic side, we're going to reorganize that as well. It's going to be completely different. I'm pulling the microwave out of the cabinet, and I'm going to actually have a separated cabinet for microwaving the plastic. And it's actually going to have enough. It's going to be a station with 2 microwaves in it at some point. I'd like to upgrade to that, so I can heat up two colors at once and that kind of thing, and not have to worry about that kind of thing, and having a dedicated circuit. I'm going to run a dedicated circuit over there with a plug specifically for just the microwaves. So lots to do, a lot of different things to do, but I hope you guys really are enjoying this organizational series. I love doing this stuff. I love 3D printing stuff for organization, and even the bait making side of things for 3D printing. We're going to dive into more of that as well, so hopefully you guys will get to see some of that. I've done some scans of some baits. I may actually include that at some point, maybe do some videos of how I scan an actual do a 3D model scan of like a bait that somebody either hand carved like my own, or even one that was previously made by a 3D or resin printer, and we can make modifications to it. So I'm still diving into that software. It's going to take me a little bit, but I'm still learning that stuff, so it's a big learning curve for me. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys liked the new bait and tackle logo here. I've got this one's the Keep on Baiting. I redid this as a nice little outdoor scene, and on the back, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, I'll go like this, but it's got a big old Keep on Baiting new logo design on the back of the shirt. This is also available at Sticker Mule, so I will put that right here. You guys can go check that out and get yourself some merch. I have a lot of shirts, and I'm still working on different other alterations of my logos, making some different really cool design shirts and stuff like that using AI. It's really, really fun, really cool. So I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. So I appreciate you all watching. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. I know we're coming up on, I think we're getting close to 3,800 subscribers. Please smash that subscribe button, share it with other people, let them know I'm out here. Been doing this for a long time, and just trying to get a little bit more traction than what I've gotten in the past. So you guys help me, and I really appreciate it. So as always, guys, remember to keep on baiting.